So this is a smart alternator. It's one wire, if you can see that there. That's not a voltage sense wire. That's going to be a LIN bus or whatever flavor the manufacturer wants to call it. So by default, this alternator, if it's not receiving a LIN bus command, it's going to default to 13.6 volts, I believe. Let's tear into this guy and see if we can figure out what's wrong. And there's our voltage regulator right there. This is also he recently replaced this one because this last one set a code. Funny enough, it was working properly, but because these smart alternators, if they don't talk properly, they will set a code. They will still charge most of the time. He decided to replace it with a reman, and it worked for a bit, and then it left it stranded just now. Let's see, is this guy gonna pop right out? Oh, there we go. Sometimes the brushes on these are broken. Got quite a bit of wear on there for only a few miles, but we can check our resistance across there. Resistance looks good. Looking at all the solder connections, because these are high failure points, especially if they used cheaper solder. Our rotor and field coil looks okay. So let's check our windings. And the main thing we're looking for here is balance. And we can see we're pretty much balanced across all the windings. So we can also check the diodes. The diodes are, on this style of alternator, they're these press-in diodes. Here we're going to have some on the positive side and on the negative side as well. And to do that, we could put our meter in our diode mode, and we should see around half a volt on when we're in the forward direction of the diode, when we have the polarity correct. So if I go from the case, we see about half a volt, and if we go the other way, it should block that voltage, and it does. And because these are all wired in parallel, we should have the same thing across. So 0.5. So a quick check I want to do is I'm going to supply the rotor, power, and ground, and I just want to see that it generates a magnetic field. So I got it going through a 1 amp test light, so just in case there's a short in there, it doesn't melt anything. And we can see right now it's not magnetized. So we know that this rotor is generating a magnetic field, so that coil's okay. So now we're testing the voltage regulator. I got my jump pack set at 12.3 volts. We're giving it power and ground. You can see our connections there. So since we're at 12.3 volts, we should be having a power output here so that the field coil energizes. And you can see we have nothing there. So if we go just to verify that our connections are good, we have our connections are good there. With my positive lead directly on positive, 8 volts. Got my negative on ground. Nothing on the positive side. That's a bad voltage regulator. I tried to check out what was inside here, maybe if there was something fixable like a bad solder joint, but because they have this insulation or filling, it's not really repairable. I could see a broken pin at that controller, but I honestly can't tell you whether or not that was there or I broke that wall trying to scoop out all this insulation. So sadly, he needs a voltage regulator. If this was a true emergency, I'd probably jump this thing straight to power and full field this coil, but this isn't that. He could wait a day or two for a voltage regulator or get an OE alternator. Up to him.